Hopefully you can't read that. No, that should make it perfectly illegible, I think.
Clive Davidson, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I may assure you that I am not drunk. I am, in fact, knurred, which is rather the opposite. But not in fact not being drunk, but the other side of drunk. And as such, I am here to bring you something so unmistakably sober that it may be said to be apocalyptically sober. So I shall start with Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Is it?
It is.
Good, I'm glad. We shall enjoy the destruction of civilizations.
Oh, yes!
I met a traveller from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal those words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look up on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch away." That was Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley, and it just goes to show nothing in this world is here to stay.
Nothing!
On a lighter note, I wish to inform you of the activities of two young children. You do? Excellent. We shall begin with Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jill came tumbling after.
Silly bitch!
Up got Jack, and home did trot, as fast as he could caper. He went to bed and bound his head with vinegar and brown paper. Thank you.
Oh, shit! Oh!
I have a student.
No, I'm not.
If you want.
I'll just repeat this. How Clive, I love him.
I don't know if this is it. Oh, it is.
It is. Excellent. I know not what you know
What you know?
of the Parliament of the United Kingdom.
Yes, that.
The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland
And other.
was created
What?
in 1801
That date.
by the merger of kingdoms of Great Britain and Ireland under the Act of Union. The principality of ministerial responsibility to the lower house did not develop until the 19th century. The House of Lords was superior to the House of Commons both in theory and in practice.
And morality also.
Members of the House of Commons were elected in an antiquated electoral system.
Antiquated.
Until which constituencies of vastly different sizes existed.
Sizes.
Thus, the borough of Old Sarum, with 7 voters, could elect 2 members, as could the borough of Dunwich, which had completely disappeared into the sun due to massive solar erasion. Very descriptive.
Interpretive dance.
In many cases, members of the upper house also controlled tiny constituencies known as pocket or rotten boroughs.
Pocket or what was it? Rotten boroughs. Joe, shut up, Rob.
And could ensure the election of their relatives or supporters.
Supporters.
Many seats in the House of Commons could be owned by the Lords.
Or anyone who put the highest bid on eBay, yes.
Quite so. After the reforms of the 19th century, beginning with the Reform Act 1832, the electoral system in the lower house was much more regularized. No longer dependent on the upper house for their seats, members of the House of Commons began to grow more assertive.
Assertive?
Assertive. The supremacy of the British House of Commons was established in the early 20th century.
The century of the 20th sort. Yes.
Quite.
Yes.
In 1909, the Commons passed the so-called People's Budget, which made numerous changes to the taxation system in a manner detrimental to wealthy landowners.
Okay.
Detrimental!
Detrimental! As in worse than it was before.
Landowners!
What? Say landowners.
Yeah.
I thought you said landowners.
No.
I see. Landowners, people who land they own. Yes, Clive, go.
The House of Lords, which consisted mostly of powerful landowners, rejected the budget.
The budget. Rejected, gone by.
On the basis of the budget's popularity and the Lords' consequent unpopularity, the Liberal...
No. Maybe. Possibly.
I am now taking requests.
I am Canadian.
Okay. Oh, bless.
There are problems.
Many problems. Anyway, Clive, do continue.
Using the result as a mandate, the Liberal Prime Minister, Herbert Henry Asquith.
A Liberal Prime Minister?
Yes,
That was the... when was this?
1910.
The 1910. Well, I suppose... it's about time. Well, the last time we had one, why not? Fuck the Tories. No.
Introduced the Parliament Bill, which sought to restrict the powers of the House of Lords. He did not reintroduce the land tax provision of the People's Budget. But when the Lords refused to pass the bill, Asquith countered with a promise extracted from the King in secret before the second general election of 2004. All numbers were destroyed during the Great Number War of 1825.
Great Number War. Wherein they warred about.
It was also in 19 Squirrely Apple.
Yes.
And so, the Parliament Act of Parliament in 1911, as it became, prevented the Lords from blocking a money bill.
Quite.
And allowed them to delay any other bill for a maximum of
I
3
wish the same could be said about my electricity bill. But alas, I still owe the fuckers at Thames Water lots of money.
After which, it could become law over their objections.
Over their objections?
However, regardless of the Parliament Acts of 1911 and 1949,
49.
the House of Lords has always retained the unrestricted power to be able to block and veto any bill outright which attempts to extend the life of a parliament.
Yes, I suppose.
And that is the Parliament of the United Kingdom.
That. Yes, listen to Clive.
What I said.
Thank you. Clive Davidson, gentleman and scholar. Clive.
That is my name.
Clive. Are you done?
As enigmatic as I am, I have not managed to keep my name from you people.
We know your name. The student, it seems,
I hope you are blinded.
is uneager.
No! Blinded by knowledge.
Sure.
The final piece of work I have for you
Shitty Stefan.
is The Conqueror World by Edgar Allan Poe.
The worm. The worm?
The Conqueror World.
The worm that conquers.
Ba-da-dum.
Ba-da-dum.
Lo, 'tis a gala night within the lonesome latter years. An angel throng bewildered bedlight in veils and drowned in tears. Sit in a theatre to see a play of hopes and fears, while the orchestra breathes lithfully the music of the spheres. Minds in the form of God on high mutter and mumble low, and hither and thither fly, mere puppets they who come and go, at bidding of vast formless things that shift the scenery to and fro, flapping from out their condor wings, invisible woe. Goodbye. That motley drama, oh be sure it shall not be forgot, with its phantom chased forevermore by a crowd that sees it not, through a circle that ever returneth into the self-same spot, and much of the madness, and more of sin.
More of sin?
And more of sin.
More of sin.
More of sin.
More of sin. Well, we can all do with a bit more of sin, I'm sure.
Sin.
Aha.
And horror the soul of the plot.
The soul of the plot.
But see amid the mimic rout a crawling shape intrude, a blood-red thing that writhes from out the scenic solitude. It writhes with mortal pangs.
Yes.
The mimes become its food.
Really? Okay.
And seraphs sob at vermin fangs in human gore imbued.
Whatever you say, dude.
Human gore imbued.
Ew. That's...
Out are the lights, out all! And over each quivering form, the curtain, a funeral pall, comes down with the rush of a storm, while the angels, all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy man, and its hero, the conqueror world.
The Conqueror World. Okay. I was just looking for a place to jump in.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
We are done.
Thank
Thank you very much.